'Twas the year of 23. We gathered here to watch a show, kickstarting a rapid spree. For how long we did not know. Reactions give you a friendly face. They bring a brand new perspective to embrace, yeah. So tonight we are reforging the point of our origin, the first of many stories to tell. The guy who didn't like musicals. I mean, what on earth? The guy who didn't like musicals. I mean, what on earth? So here on the Butter Bunch, we've reunited now once more. Though due to a minor time crunch, BB's not with us as before. Should we kill her? Should we kill? Don't despair, for there is one safe haven. For tonight we also have Aiden. So with no further tomfoolery, it's no longer just you and me anymore, 'cause he's here, and to know...
Guy who didn't like musicals.
Did you hear the word?
Oh god, I'm forgetting this part. Oh no.
He's a coming.
Who's
Paul's a coming, the star of the show.
Oh. Who's a coming? Paul. Oh,
welcome back to the Butter Punch. My name is
that's
Jacob.
And I made it, and together we are.
Yeah, and together we are the Butter Bunch. Yes. So yeah,
musicals.
Exactly. We're here. It's back. Just as the title says, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly what we were all thinking it was.
If I had a nickel every time we reviewed the guys who didn't like musicals, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange to have them twice.
Oh, well, you would have 1 nickel for right now, actually. Let's earn us a second one, shall we? Let's go ahead, because this one is a little bit different to what we're expecting. You know,
this is going to be the third. Wait, we're going to end up reviewing 3 of them by next summer, end of the summertime period. Probably post summer, like September.
I don't remember exactly when it was supposed to be coming out, so
hey!
Sure. Hey, we don't have to kill her anymore.
I said I'd be here.
Or you did say that, yes.
Wait, Jacob, you made this? JB, Jacob Butter Production.
I thought of the same
thing.
Oh my
god,
when I saw
Jacob, I can't believe you made this.
Yeah, whenever I read the
I'm glad that's the association now, and not Justin Bieber. You know, I worked hard to make that the case.
Oh god.
So yes, I guess to address the the logo in the room. This is not Star Kids, a Star Kid production. This is not the reprise that is implied by the title. It is in fact something that came out 4 days ago that apparently ran a few months ago, actually. And it's the JB Productions versions. Because little known fact about Star Kid is that they have licensed out a few of their musicals. I'm pretty sure they're all of the non-parody ones because they're the ones that they've obviously have all of the rights to in order to license something. So it's mostly those, but not exclusively. I'm not sure what that criteria actually is, but within that criteria is the guy who didn't like musicals. Now, I was actually saving that forum because the next thing we're supposed to watch on our, Trail of Starker Reactions, our Trail of Starker Reactions, is Trail to Oregon. And I was going to show a different version of Trail to Oregon afterwards that I also watched a number of years ago. And then I found this. So that completely changed a few things. So there you go. Apparently, Dune Flora have got something to recommend as well.
Why is there a little Guitar Hero game going on in the bottom here?
That is a very good question, and one that I guess we will answer in a moment.
It's kind of like it's actually closer to hopscotch because it's kind of like going in on itself, and hopscotch obviously lowers as you go to the top.
But hopscotch goes in and out.
Yeah, I would say hopscotch isn't that triangular.
If anything, this looks like honestly, triangular hopscotch would be interesting. No, but on it actually reminds me a lot more of roads in 80s style, music video type of thing, basically, which is very Star Kid coded, obviously, because that's the era they keep calling back to. I don't know if that's going to be the case here, because obviously.
Jacob? Oh god, Jacob froze. Just me. It's fine. I am taking over. I have. Oh god. Jacob?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I was gonna say preemptively going to switch to my hotspots to avoid any internet issues, but it just did it automatically. So I guess we're good. All right. Well, I suppose. Begin. The apotheosis is once again upon us. So without further ado, on with the review. Just someone just yell start in the audience.
I can't really. Oh god, I can't really tell any feature about him. The light's so bright.
Yeah, that is true. As somebody who had to at one point decide on lighting for a show because I was directing it. Yeah, this is definitely something that should have been caught in tech rehearsal. The set is indeed dope. The lighting, not so much at the moment. We'll see if that changes.
Thank you all for coming. The show you're about to witness is by chance one of the most disturbing things you'll ever see in your entire life. During its runtime, you'll be exposed to many, many terrifying concepts. The scariest of all, theater kids attempting to be funny.
They're succeeding so far. Also, of course, as goes without saying, this is in fact brand new.
Now that, my friends, is torture so potent, so soul-rending, that not even the valiant resilience of the human mind can fully comprehend it. Now, I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey into another dimension. A dimension of sight and sound and of mind. A journey into the imagination itself. Your next stop? A small American town nestled somewhere within the East Coast. No one knows exactly where because, let's face it, the East Coast looks exactly the fucking same.
Okay, so on that note, I will say, from what people have told me, including some people I think who might be watching this right now, that Hatchetfield is supposed to be in Michigan. Not exactly the East Coast. The East,
I
but not the coast.
I was about to be like, is that East? I don't think that's East Coast.
Also, it's an island. The whole point of Guide to Musicals is that the apotheosis does not spread to the mainland. If they're on the East Coast already, that's still the mainland. It wouldn't work that way unless it was Manhattan or something.
it is a place just off of Rhode Island. It's an island right off of Rhode Island.
But Rhode Island is surrounded by mainland.
Yeah, right off of Rhode Island. It's
But
island. Listener, yeah, shush. That's my theory.
Okay. Right. Sure. Okay then. Let's say theater kids and leave it at that. That would have also been funny. You're right.
But now, the stage is set. Our story begins. Welcome to the guy who didn't like musicals.
Hopefully, the lighting is better in the later
Also,
part.
I see what they were trying. I see what they're trying to do here, but I do like the idea of just like opening up with the summary via song. Obviously, my own bias having just done that aside, but I mean, in general, I think it works to if you open up a musical with a music number.
I wish they tried doing an impression of the Twilight Zone narrator.
Potentially. I mean,
who
knows?
Speech itself goes with the vibe, but the voice is too casual.
Yeah, there's had to dress the person in all gray and just like coat them with with makeup that makes it look like they're in a black and white filter.
You say that'd be pretty sick for like a noir version of Guide in like musicals.
I have seen I've seen that type of makeup done in real life before. Well, not in real life actually. It was in a different YouTube video, but it was part of it. The Nostalgia Critic did it actually for the opening of The Mummy.
Yeah, but like, would that even work for a stage though? Because painting someone, painting someone like that would for a whole show. Because like stage lights and like theater production over the course of a play could be pretty hot. So you may potentially start sweating a little bit, and the makeup may start coming off.
Yeah, so it's super easy actually. That's one of the easiest things you can possibly. Yeah, like that's super easy actually. It's not like a sweat off of anyone's back if they actually know what they're doing. Because you can do it in 2 different ways actually. 3 if you want to hybrid them, right? You can do it as makeup, but if you're smart about it, you can also just use the lighting.
I will say,
depending on the way you set up the lighting, it'll look like they are covered in it.
Yeah, that was implied. The only times I've actually ever worn makeup are in fact in cases for the stage, and yeah, honestly, stage lights in general are always hot. No one seems to have found a concrete solution to that problem, so that's just one of the things that everyone has to deal with. And as a result, stage makeup is not known for coming off due to sweat. Is this a college show? I actually don't remember. I'm sure it says in the description. Let me just reopen the tab while this plays. Also, I do like the touch of the Nightmare Time theme before this point, because originally Nightmare Time didn't exist yet. They hadn't established the universe at this point. There's no reason to put it there.
The greatest stories ever told. A hero must be bold. They learn the sense of right and wrong.
They've got the ooze down perfectly as well.
Musicals tell the impossible.
I will say the lighting is not fixed. The lighting on
it seems like maybe this theater only or this group only had access to the follow spot. You can see a few lights from the top there, but as far it looks right now that they're relying on the follow spot as if they either don't have the backing for it or technical people to manage them, or possibly even permission. I'm not sure. It really depends on the production sometimes.
Because this is gonna suck once we get to Act 2, especially with this lighting because the bit with her guts being ripped out, they're able to recreate that. That's gonna kind of suck with the spotlight. because the spotlight's going to make it a bit harder to tell.
Yeah, what I'm hoping is that once we get out of this opening sequence, which was dark in the original, we're going to get some more lighting to see like everything else, like just general ambiance.
Well, you also have to keep in mind that it's probably also not fully the lighting that's the problem here. It's also probably just the camera.
The camera being at this distance is absolutely a hindrance to them. But again, that's something
and also just general like camera quality, because this is clearly on like a cheaper, maybe even like phone camera, whereas on the original version they had like professional like studio cameras and a bunch of different shots and yada yada.
Yeah, because by this point, Starkid had done this. If anything, this looks a lot like Harry Potter musical era Starkid. Except actually, it's better than that because they were in like 480p originally or something. This, by the way, this video goes up to 1080p. I'm not sure that because of this StreamYard plan that we have on this channel rather than my main channel, it's only going to be shown as 720p. But just for the record, if anyone wants to check out the original, it does go up to 1080. So that's worth pointing out. Also, as far as the thing, yeah, the Mariah vocals, I agree with you. They do sound really decent. I also like how they kept the mispronunciation of philosophical. Like they kept that as if that's part of the original script, we'll say. Or maybe just as a reference.
Tonight we're gonna chronicle a story so astronomical. The last remaining story to tell.
Okay, now this looks better.
Yeah, there we go.
They really got Hitchens down, by the way.
Yeah, they're trying to emulate Jeff Blim's, vibrato and falsetto information. Oh, there's the follow spot back again.
Oh god. This is not doing you any favors. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, give that to me. I need it more. I'm in the dark here.
Oh, they got this now, like the lighting shift. Red, that's cool.
Isn't that worth a show-stopping fiesta?
A certain lights will park hands and change the color of them.
What an ass! What a bitch! What a hoe!
I'll talk about Hiddens' voice a little bit more when it comes up. I feel like also they're trying to get like all the body languages of the characters that are, for later on that we haven't met yet. Oh, I paused that by accident, but you know what? While I'm here, why not read this comment out? They tried to make the girls real. I think it's charming. That is true, yeah. It's a double-edged sword sometimes because sometimes it can come across as like, oh, this is the standard we have to do. Because when it comes to like playing. They're playing characters that you have seen in a famous production. You're going to be compared to said production no matter what. I mean, here we are doing precisely that. So, but of course, with actors in general, in order to like even just for their own sanity, to be honest, it's that they'll bring in something of their own, swap a few things out, make the performance somewhat unique. So clinging onto that idea too much is detrimental, but for right now, we're still in the charming range. If it continues in this way, that might change, but we'll see.
Don't sing, and you don't sing. This is the bridge. This is the bridge. Where we globalize everything.
Yeah, it's a tribute, exactly.
The words will come to me. I swear we will teach.
This is what I mean, by the way. Hiddens' voice is clearly very different in this interpretation. Clearly, this person is going for a bit more of a either stereotypical nerd / mad professor voice compared to the again warbling staccato delivery that we had from Robert Mannion and later on Jeff Blim. Oh, there you go. Nick Lyon, the middle person who played Hiddens in Lemon Time.
The apotheosis is upon us.
Okay, that I am going to say, that was obviously a sound effect when it comes to tech rehearsals, like, you can get people to play sound effects. From what it seems like, they don't have a live band, which means that all the music is coming from the tech side as well. So they definitely could have programmed that in. That maybe would have been better.
Did you hear the word?
What's the word?
He's a-coming.
Who's a coming?
Paul's a-coming.
Paul's a coming.
Yeah.
The star of the show.
Now for his headlining entrance.
Oh god, not the spotlight again.
Okay, that, by the way, is new. Those harmonies were not in the original. That's their own addition.
His name is in the
I like it better that way,
He's
actually.
destined to go viral. Here he is. His name is Paul. Enter now. Where the fuck is he?
Oh, okay.
The guy just doesn't like music.
You can slightly hear they've got to believe in something. Yeah, this, by the way, is like an issue that happens with, particularly with deep vocals in general, is that it's way harder to pick them up if they're not properly mic'd. There's actually like a technique of like aiming your voice downwards in order to like project it further that I was taught in drama school, but I don't know if that's a universal concept or not.
Paul, you piece of shit!
There you go. It's quite fun to do though. I remember all the dancers singing and I have asthma. Maybe you could play Paul then. He has considerably less of that than the average person.
Hey, Paul. Yeah? I was trying to print something, and I think I might have sent it to your printer. Let's see. You know what? Here you go. Thanks. Just,
The power of miming stuff. Classic stuff.
Yeah, so honestly, yeah, this does feel a lot more like if Starkid had made Guardian like musicals like 10 years earlier, not 10 years earlier, that would have been like before they started, but like 5 years earlier, let's say.
LaserJet, not the HD. Inkjet. Right. Sorry, Paul. It's okay.
Hey, Paul. Can I get those reports to my desk by the end of the day?
Oh, yes, Mr. Davidson.
Great.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to challenge as much Jeff Lim as possible.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Melissa.
Boo! Boo! Melissa! Worst character! If you want to know why we hate Melissa so much, check out our review of Hey Melissa.
Sign up for the company softball league?
No.
Well, it might be fun.
Yeah. I don't want to, though.
For a second, I thought Melissa as a character was actually Greenpeace Girl, and it was about to be like, why isn't Greenpeace Girl wearing a Greenpeace? It's like, oh wait, it's a different character.
She broke into the office. Hey, do you want to say the planet? Wait, no, not my cue.
Do you want to say the planet? Yes, you want to say.
She starts singing before falls. Yeah. Okay.
Listen, she was just really into musicals before the apotheosis. That she's like, name one environmentalist who like advertises their environmentalism through singing. You can't name one now, can you?
I honestly can't name an environmentalist off the top of my head that advertises in the way that Greenpeace Girl does before the singing. So. So you know, well, I'm stumped.
You know,
there.
her side hustle is singing.
Yeah,
obviously.
Those reports on his desk by the end of the.
I guess maybe you could technically possibly count Lil Dicky potentially, maybe in that sense because of the song Earth. That might count. I don't know.
Will do.
CCRP, this is Charlotte. How can I? Oh, well, hi, Sam. How are things down at the precinct?
Honestly, I just miss the fact they say CCRP before it was like properly discussed in Nightmare Time.
Oh, sorry to hear about that. My day's spent... Huh? How late?
That feels very accusatory, to be honest, considering... again, going going back to the original version of Charlotte, obviously Jamie Lynn Beatty has perfected the expression of "I have seen a ghost and it will become evident everywhere I go." But yeah, this Charlotte seems a little bit more a little bit more accusatory, a little bit more assertive, which we love for her because she needs more of that. Aside from being with Ted. Anyway.
I miss the cat sweater though. I wish they found a way to give her a cat sweater.
No, they're saving that for Melissa.
It's cuddle night. What do you mean, so what? The counselor said we should do it at least once a month. But we skipped.
I do like that the audience here. It seems like they are laughing at all like the same the original bits, so implying that they're not all Star Kid fans, because otherwise they probably wouldn't have as much of reactions. That's good. They attracted a different audience.
It's last month. Well, don't you think I'm tired too? How about tomorrow night then? No, you're right. We should stick to the schedule. Oh, next month it is. All right. Well, take care. Be careful, Sam, because I love you.
Okay, but I'm definitely getting more of like a 1940s Southern Belle accent now. Maybe even Dorothy.
That was Sam. He's doing just fine. It was. Counseling's going real slow.
You can't smoke that in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right, you can't smoke that in here. Only weed.
It's okay.
I didn't even realize.
We should stick to the schedule is still correct. Yeah. Definitely not what the counselor meant, but hey, if they're sticking to schedules, maybe it'll be brought up next time they have a session. Or it would if, obviously things didn't happen. I thought it was literally just context. I didn't really get the "I'm tired too." Honestly, again, if they made it several years earlier, child me would have been fooled by that fully, entirely. Or even possibly early teen me. It was only when I started interacting with people on the internet. Hello, here. I was like, yep. Slow corruptions phase.
Beanies, anyone want anything? Bill, you want to come? I can't. I got your professional's webpage. I got Alice for one more night before she goes back to her mother in Clivesdale. Her mother, just to make me look small, took her all the way to New York to see Hamilton. And she loved it. So, to prove to my ex-wife that two can play at that game, I'm on Hot 6 right now. And the second more become available, I'm getting tickets for tonight. Because guess what, Paul? What? It's finally here. At the old Gamage Theater at Arizona State University.
There's your answer. I guess they're in Arizona State University. Which is not the East Coast, so... now they've just contradicted themselves.
Everything is when you're East, question mark.
Yeah, I guess everything in the US is to the east if you live in Russia.
Or Japan. I don't know, maybe it's the Russia production, I'm sure Ghosty would love a Russia production, you know what I mean?
I would love to see a Russian production of guided musicals in general. That'd be really fun, I reckon. The dancing alone would be worth it.
It's a musical. Hey, you want to tag along? Remember you used to babysit Alice, drive her to school?
If we can get a Scottish one, I'm ready. I'm excited to see Paul in a kilt.
Maybe.
I mean, would he be wearing a kilt? Because do people wear kilts at their jobs in Scotland? Because
I don't see why not.
Because in the case of this musical, in the case of this musical, he's wearing his work clothes. I think maybe he takes off the jacket at one point, but he's pretty much wearing his work clothes, the whole uniform. So unless he's working in a kilt in Scotland. He wouldn't be wearing a kilt regardless of where he's.
But
You know.
Yeah. Also, like, the problem with casual kilts anyway is the fact that Scotland is always super cold. So outside of what I imagine traditional events, they probably will not be as widespread. I would not think. Apparently,
Dad's pretty cool too, huh?
Oh, Madison is actually Scottish. Oh, okay. So the last name, not as in like John Madison himself. Okay.
No. Huh? I'm sorry. No. You got other plans? No.
No, only musicals though. Apparently.
You'd rather do nothing than come with me to see Mamma Mia?
Whoa. Mamma Mia is what you're using to market musicals? Okay.
That's the same musical they used in the original.
I forgot about this. Listen, all I'm saying is, really, you're using a jukebox musical to be like, musicals are so great. No, don't forget Heather's the musical. No. A jukebox musical, guys.
Okay, they're not saying musicals are so great in that. I mean, but first of all, if there's one thing we know about Bill is that he is naive and optimistic about a lot of things. Secondly, he's not in charge of the scheduling of the Starlight Theatre or whichever Arizona theater they mentioned here, so I don't think he has control over that.
All I'm saying is if I was trying to pitch going to see a musical to someone who doesn't like music, who may or not like musicals, all I'm saying is I wouldn't be like, hey, we should go see a jukebox musical. That's like me pitching, hey.
Okay, what if there's only one musical that's being shown at the time? What choice would you have in that situation?
I don't know, but I am offended that a jukebox musical is here. Jukebox musicals.
The real issue with the scene, in terms of the writing, not even from this production, is the fact that Bill thinks that Paul doesn't know that Mamma Mia is a musical.
Yeah.
Especially after he just compared it to Hamilton.
I know. Also,
if anything, I'm pretty sure, by the way, that the Mamma Mia choice was deliberate because Hamilton, as far obviously contains original songs, not a jukebox, and was especially at the time in 2018 was that's the height of its popularity. Everyone wanted to see it compared to Mamma Mia, which has the fame of being Mamma Mia. So that's why, again, emphasizing Bill's Bill any hope he has, rather than saying, this is the best version of musicals.
I totally forgot this was meant to be Bill, because he looks nothing like the OG Bill. No, just as a character.
Really? A different actor is playing the part?
I mean, okay, yeah, but listen, OG Bill has what? Listen, I'm just saying, OG Bill looks really different.
Yes, OG Bill looks really different. I assume that the cast were not, able to accommodate that, let's say.
Yeah, I know. It's not against this musical. I'm just it's so weird for me seeing a Bill look different, this different. It's I forgot this is meant to be Bill. It looks nothing like I'm used to it.
But is this for one of the other live versions you've seen, Jarvis FX, or is it another version for us to check out on YouTube?
wait, there were Bill Potts from Doctor Who. I love Bill Potts. I have to bring her up a lot. She doesn't get enough love in the fandom. I love Bill Potts.
I think that's the first time I've actually heard you bring her up.
She's one of my favorite.
Well, from what I know, she got a bunch of love from the Cybermen, right?
Yeah.
Well, that makes up.
Well, now she's dating a water/oil person, and she's also a water/oil person together with them. So, yay!
There you go. It's like converting your religion to marry someone.
I guess.
I've not seen any of this.
God, I love
that's also true. That also works. But I think it was partly generational, but partly also I think reputation, because again, Mamma Mia is known for being Mamma Mia. You guys like watching school productions anyway? Schools you'll love.
Okay, so we're just gonna be watching the same play for the next 3 years in different schools.
if we decide to do any more of these, then we'll space them out further. For now, I think we can definitely say, like one licensed production per, like ones of the list, if that. Because I was only planning to show you the Trail to Oregon one before I discovered this one, so I don't know yet. We won't get ahead of ourselves here. That would get boring really quickly.
That's my own personal health.
I'm trying to reconnect with my teenage kid. You're just gonna leave me hanging?
You know what? Saying that line, I get the generational point.
Yes, wait a minute. You're trying to connect to your teenage kid, so you want to bring your friend?
Yes, because as he mentioned earlier, that Allison thinks Paul is cool. If she has a very high opinion of him compared to Bill. That was the idea. Bring Paul along. Kind of talk up her old dad a bit. That's basically it. Also, I will say this bit. I say just that line there of Paul going, yes. So, anyways, like that's fantastic. That's an improvement.
Something from Beanies. What do you want? My treat?
I just want my daughter back.
How about a nice caramel frap? Something better. Go to Beanies? Yeah, Ted. You didn't invite me? Sorry, Ted. No.
I guess another thing they didn't. This is one thing, by the way, that on most theater productions they don't know is where the camera's going to be, and like, well, no, they might know roughly where the camera's going to be, but not like the reach of it. Basically, that's like they operate on blind faith a lot of the time. Just like for me, when for the musical that I directed, because my blind faith was they would give me the footage, which they didn't.
Yeah, I'm so sad, but I wanted to see that.
Yeah, they had 3 cameras. The footage issue would have been solved. I could have edited it. They didn't know I had editing skills, but still, someone could have done that. Anyway.
Just send me the raw footage. I'll take the raw footage. I'll take the raw footage. It's fine. I'll edit it.
Yeah.
I know why you walked the extra block to Beanies instead of going to Starbucks down the street. Oh yeah, I don't want to give my money to some corporate chain. Yeah, just gonna... You sure it's not that cute little buddy stuff they got down there? Yeah.
Why is Ted talking to Bill when he's speaking about Paul?
The latte as she's going around the land, like a mile.
Oh, did just want Bill and Charlotte involved in this conversation? Okay. Which, by the way, involving Charlotte when you talk about another woman, which is, given what we know about Ted later, not a good idea. Then again, Ted is very dumb, so I guess.
Hey, give me a try.
Listen, we all know Charlotte's just one of the boys. She's one of the boys.
That has implications for later, but we'll come back to that. Oh, you can hear the transition music. Okay, that's a different. That's different. That like keyboard, by the way, that's more legato than the live version. So it's either a Stargate recording where it sounds different, or they recorded themselves and it sounds different. Someone else is playing it.
Oh, that was set up fast. Impressive.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Beanies.
What's the guy in a hurry?
Yeah. Very swift.
How can I help you?
His name now.
Brandy caramel frappy and a venti cup, 10 pumps of frappy roast, 3 shots of espresso.
Frappy?
I can't.
Do you follow these coffee terms? Because I don't like coffee, so I don't understand any of this.
I'll tell you right now, it's not pronounced frappy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Isn't it pronounced frappe?
You could. I've also heard frap. In no world does anyone say frappy, though.
Flappy Bird, or Frappy Bird in this case.
I had no background music pre-media. You know what? I'm going to say I can understand why they changed it this time, because one of the biggest things that that you have to try to minimize is the amount of, like, for lack of a better term, dead air when it comes to stage productions. Because the longer you have either no one, that's the stage completely empty, or have it faded to black while everything else is going on, the more chance you have of disengaging or kind of like breaking the immersion. So having at least something there, that was probably the lesser of two evils in their mind. But yeah, like from I've only ever heard it pronounced as Frap, except for that one time that I had someone read out the line Dr. Frap for one of the what ifs on this channel, and someone said Dr. Frappe, but close enough.
That'll be 5.
He's the doctor of coffee, apparently.
Oh no, his name is actually Dr. Frap in Dragon Ball. Like that, I didn't make up that character.
Oh, that's strange.
It was an influencer filming it all. Oh no.
Well, you see, this is made for modern audiences, guys. We have to include.
I mean, if you think about it, the original version was made before the Karen takeoff, so that is absolutely something that would have made him worse. Honestly, just make him a Karen. Just go.
May I speak to your manager? Scream.
Zoe appears. I am the manager.
Hey, I just tipped you.
Oh, thanks.
How are you supposed to sing? The sign says tip for a song.
Oh, yeah, that's a new thing. The owner went over to a Cold Stone Creamery and brought back the whole singing thing, but
Cold Stone.
I got a line and people.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the same line. I don't know if that's an actual chain or not.
No, Cold Stone's like an actual ice cream shop. Cold Stone, like Cold Stone.
Do they have?
I don't think so.
Staff there? Okay.
No.
I really hope they keep Miss Davison's wants to say. That is a good question. Given that it's a college production, I'm fairly certain they can get away with it. Because the Trail to Oregon one, I will say this right now, the Trail to Oregon one that I found is a high school production, which means that they had a certain amount of supervision that meant they couldn't get away with certain things. But that was, we'll get to that when we get to that.
In high school, I was really sad because I'm in Heather's the Musical. I'm like, God, my high school would never do a production of Heather's the Musical because that musical does not translate to high school at all.
Yeah.
Oh God, why must I love all the dark musicals?
Yeah, I had almost an opposite scenario where because of certain secondary schools don't have like the last 2 years in them. They have them like in a separate facility. That's what we call college over here, like sixth form, like the last 2 years of what would be high school. So basically when I went to again college, that was that was the opposite thing that happened. Like that department really wanted to like push the boundaries and like go for in theater you might get you might get these productions that are much more mature themed or something, so prepare you for that. In order to do that, let's make everything we do exclusively mature themed. I didn't go for many lead roles.
Oh, it would have been so good. I want Jacob in like a hardcore, super mature show. I don't know what.
I don't know if I would go like hardcore, super mature, but definitely ones where it's like, oh yeah, like an anti-authority, down with the system type of stuff.
Down with the system. Anarchy.
The ones that I was in were Rent and American Idiot. So. That should tell you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you do it to be nice, or did you do it to be an?
Which was pretend more. They capped the number of F-bombs, a few swears changed to Bill Starlight. That feels something that I would do. Like, I mean, I did it in My Proudly Alone. I said, "What on earth?" instead.
Asshole.
Well, fine, I'll take it back then.
Oh no! What am I gonna do without that dollar? I have to split with 5 other people.
Okay, that definitely felt much more mechanical than the original.
What? I'm never coming back here again. That sign is a bullshit.
They just make him Italian for a second.
Well, what's going on here? That guy just flipped out on me for practically no reason.
She wouldn't sing for him. And I still haven't gotten my hot chocolate.
Okay, I would say. By the way, they're going for consistency here. They have the same person playing Peter as they're playing Higgins at the start. Akin to what happened before. So.
Right, sorry, I'll get right on that.
Wait, your hot chocolate. Your hot chocolate. Oh, okay, I guess he's not getting his hot chocolate back.
It's always okay.
Well, remember the bits.
The whole singing thing because she majored in theater.
I think it's a really fun idea, Nora.
Why aren't you working?
I'm on vocal rest.
What?
I'm on vocal rest.
Damn it, Emma. Now I need to go make a tea with like lemon and honey. Okay.
Oh, Jacob.
Ooh, okay. They added the lemon in that. They added lemon.
Jacob can relate. He has to do this sometimes.
Well, I don't mix it with tea, but honey and lemon on their own, very good.
I don't like it. Oh. You don't like it? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you must not like having a job either. So, don't bother showing up to your next shift.
Wait, hold on. I'll do the singing.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, yeah, again, originally it was like, no, wait, hold on. Then she has to will herself to say, I'll do the sing, swallowing her pride. It wasn't like that. It was like, oh, I'll do the singing. Yeah, what's the matter? Come on. Forget about it.
I do quite enjoy this interpretation so far.
Yeah, I'm not so convinced by Emma at the moment, but everyone else, I would say.
Move it, you've got a line.
Yeah.
You did. There's one person.
Hey, got an easy one for you. Just a cup of black coffee.
All right.
Get your black coffee.
No!
Really? I've been brewing up your coffee.
No.
Wait, did I just miss his hand going in the tip jar?
No, you don't have to sing. I just tip because
Okay, that's interesting because originally Lauren Lopez didn't get through the "I brought your coffee" thing. That's obviously the rhythm. I don't know where that rhythm is from originally, but it wasn't from them. It's a very well-known folk tune. She didn't get that far originally. So the hip hip hooray definitely means they've gone by. Oh yeah, we recognize this thing.
people should tip.
I'm pretty sure that was I've been working on the railroad all the doo-dah day. Pretty sure that's.
Thank you. That's why because I was hip hip hooray all doo-dah day. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Because if I have to sing for it, it's not really a tip. It's a job piled on top of my already shitty paying job. I mean, it's like I make less than $1 in tips after the split. That's not even 25 cents, which is less than a jukebox. Except a jukebox doesn't also have to make coffee for these assholes. Not that you're an asshole. Unless you are.
Unless you are. I don't know.
Why? You meant this for me, right? I don't have to share it with you.
No. It's all yours. I don't give a fuck about them.
I'm just so sick of Nora and Zoe.
That's one extra F-bomb, by the way.
Who is technically my manager, even though she is 10 years younger than me. She hired all of her little theater friends, and they will not.
Emma's supposed to be stiff and not into it. Maybe she's doing too good a job. Honestly, maybe. That's the same critique that that Jennifer Lawrence got for playing Katniss Everdeen. Where it was like, oh, what why was she such, what's there's no performance here, basically, everything is so wooden. And then, of course, if you read the book, that is exactly what Katniss is like, because everything is, so repressed that unfortunately it comes across that way. I don't know who isn't giving crazy besides Paul. Yeah, that is true, but the original Emma had a little bit more of an animated presence to her, so to speak. That's what I'm missing right now from before.
Shut the fuck up about some production of Godspell they did last time.
Is that the one at the rec center?
Yep.
You know what? I saw that.
I've also done Godspell.
I hated it.
It sucked, right?
Yeah. I do not like musicals.
Then why do you come to the singing coffee shop? There's a Starbucks down the street.
Well, some things are worth it.
Plus here you guys have the latte lattes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Again, I feel like that they missed out on something a little bit important here. I would say the pause that Paul has, it's like some things are worth it, where they look at each other for a little bit, and then he takes a sip of the coffee. That I feel like is the big giveaway to Emma later on, because like remember she like calls back to her, was like, I know why you always came towards like the extra 3 blocks. It wasn't because of our coffee. Oh, coffee was terrible. Like that kind of thing. So she knew from that. I see what they're doing here in terms of him spitting out the coffee. That's a funny addition. I just missed again. The pause needs to be there, I think, for that to work.
I guess I think the idea though is like instead of doing I guess what they did was they traded the subtlety for comedy, because at the end of the day they both get the same point across, because in this one, because he's spitting out the coffee, there's the implication that it's not the coffee.
Yeah, but why did they need to do a trade? Why not do both if they have the idea?
Well, okay, actually I don't think they should have done both. I think they theoretically could have. It would have been worse for us though. I do think one or the other would have been better. Because if you doubled down too quick in succession, it just would have felt overbearing.
But it's not doubling down if it's two opposite things that complement each other.
No, right, but like if you're doing like the glance or whatever, and then you take the sip, and then you spit out the drink, it's like, okay, but like, it's a bit much.
I don't think it's a bit much, but fair enough.
Paul. Hi, Paul. I'm Emma.
I have been waiting a very long while.
Sorry.
All right, well, bye, Emma.
Yeah, there you go. Aiden, see the hot chocolate got brought back.
Shit, Bill's calling crap. Nah, fuck Bill.
Okay, he'd already left Beanies when he said that. If he's in Beanies when there's no line there, he could just go back and get it. The whole point was that he didn't want to walk back. Also, we talked about before, like, Bella versus Katniss. Katniss did it out of a sense of survival. Bella was, Bella had no excuse. Again, they got a reset. That's one thing that you miss without the other camera perspective, is that I guess and I guess the smaller space probably is that they can't bring on the set the way they did in Goddamn Musicals, because you never notice that because the camera never allows you to. I don't know what it's like for a live audience, but yeah, I can speculate.
Hi, can I talk with you for a moment about saving the planet?
Do you want to save the planet? Yes, you want to save the planet.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I will say this, same outfit here, so maybe this actually is Melissa after all.
Melissa's day job, or I guess hobby.
Well, I would say her day job would be the CCRP thing. This would be her side hustle.
Saving the planet.
Hi, can I interest you in talking for a moment about?
That feels like a good superhero tagline. My side hustle is saving the planet. I don't know what theme that is.
Saving the planet.
Yeah, but I've got work. So.
Well, it'll only take a few minutes. It's for the planet, so.
Right, but
Well, I just want to let you know how you can contribute to Greenpeace's efforts around the globe.
No way. You know what? Greenpeace, right?
Yeah.
I'm already signed up with you guys. I already did.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
I like how he checked the clipboard first. It was like, Greenpeace. Oh, those guys.
You know all about our campaign to save the sea turtles.
Yeah, been reading all the emails and all that.
Yeah, the emails that don't exist for the campaign that I just made up.
You know how much that money actually goes to the turtles?
Well, none. I just made it up.
That's right.
So.
None. It goes line to
What?
and I get my money directly to the people who need it.
Oh, a spare change for the homeless?
Sorry, man, I don't have anything.
Wow, you're a real humanitarian.
Come out a little strong with that whole save the planet bit, as if I'm supposed to do that single-handedly.
I think you need to get off your high
Oh, my high.
Oh, okay, that's an extra thing, again, making sure that they treasure for the meteor.
What is that?
It's a follow spot. We don't like it here.
Looks like there's a storm.
Charlotte, you are under arrest.
That or she became an angel.
I like the idea of just like in the middle of guy who doesn't like musicals comes like a grandma and like a coat or whatever coming out and with an army of cops in front of her.
Grandma, you are under arrest for tax evasion. What, sonny? Speak up! I can't hear you.
That's the thing.
I said you're under arrest for tax evasion.
We don't know how old Charlotte is, but in this specific frame, she gives grandma.
Oh, gee willikers! I filled in the wrong forms because I didn't have my glasses.
Oh no, not again.
Grandma goes to multiple times because
it's a repeat offense.
Oh god.
Oh boy, the last time this happened, I ended up in Desert Storm.
This guy's trying to use Jamie's voice for Charlotte too much. See, that's what I was saying before. Sometimes the tributes can go too extreme. Like what we were saying before about Emma, but also, back when I mentioned, it can go either way.
That Sam is all right.
Fuck Sam. Come back to bed, all right?
This is why she's not an angel.
All right, Ted, but this has got to be the last time.
Sure, Charlotte. Just like last time was the last time. You don't like what we're doing here. There's the door.
I'm definitely enjoying the more animated Ted. All the energy that used to be in Emma is now in Ted.
That movement gives like Markiplier bit.
Potentially. I mean, Markiplier's a lot of bits, so yeah, that one of them is bound to fit for sure. You need to use their interpretation. That's what I was saying before. Like for their own sanity, like because actors are different people. Like you can try to imitate a person, and a lot of them do it exceptionally well. But the thing is that you also want to like add your own thing. You want if you want to make it more unique, you honestly should. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't always ask for impressions of previous voice actors, because even in voice acting, it still comes across. But yeah, close emulations more when it's in song. Okay.
I too am a big Markiplier fan. I'm very excited for the sequel to the Warstash Automaton video.
You know what I'm a fan of? Your username. I don't know if I've commented on this before, but Flora from D&D, that's a great username.
I've definitely seen that name before.
Do you also make videos? Yeah, I think I've seen it before. I don't think I've commented on it though.
Great.
Do you? I was gonna say, do you make videos for it? Because if so, I gotta check some out. Oh yes, okay, there we go. All right then.
Cherry on top to an already perfect day. You need a ride, Zoe? In your shitty car?
Who said Charlotte is an angel? Aiden did minutes ago. That's what I was referencing.
Yeah, I'd rather not crash and die. Thank
you. Well, I got a warrant to inspect the junk in your trunk.
Sam, you're such an asshole. That uniform is so fucking sexy on you. Before I forget, I got you a present. These 2 tickets to Mamma Mia.
No way you got them! I never miss a musical gamage. And if anyone thinks it makes me less of a man, they can talk to my fucking god!
Oh my god,
Holy hell,
Like, seriously.
Hey Siri, call Alice. Hey Siri.
Oh, interesting. They're not saying Alexa, they're saying Siri. All right then.
Type it while I'm driving. That's ridiculous. Hey, are you sure you don't want me to pick you up?
Oh, wait a second. I just noticed the rope.
Okay, yes, I got that ticket for Deb. And after the show, we're gonna go to your favorite restaurant, Red Lobster. Yeah, I know Deb's a vegetarian. They got fish. Vegan? It's Crab Fest, Alice. You're killing me.
You're killing me. Come on. Forget about it.
Sorry, Dad. We'll figure something.
They definitely did not figure out the setting for this at all.
I'll meet you in the theater, okay? I love you.
Oh, you got like the movement from like the Sun Club from Black
You can
Friday.
hit Alice.
Yeah, not one of the ones that's been in your mouth, please.
I don't think I oughta.
Hey, she doesn't have to if she doesn't want to, okay?
Come on, that's not how it works, Dad. You're either in the smoke club or you're out.
Well, then I guess we're out.
These are after someone who wasn't ready, and I wasn't when I first. Yeah. Again, I like the fact that these aren't just all Star Kid fans that have seen this already.
Come on, Alice. Those guys were assholes anyway. What is that?
What is that?
Good God! Alexa, it's happening!
There we go. Now there's Alexa.
Come on, you bastard! You don't think I'm ready for you? I've been waiting in the wings. The stage is set. It's showtime!
The new voice is definitely growing on me. I'm gonna see Joey because of California. I can't tell you how excited I am. Is it the original cast or is it a different one? Now that we're on the subject. Ready? I'm sold. Yep. That's the thing. Hitchens can win you over pretty easily. I think Nick Lang had got much of a chance in Nightmare Time because it was like only like 1 or 2 lines that were done as Hitchens. Jeff Blume, on the other hand, definitely a worthy successor.
That's right. I'm sure if you look through the comments of those episodes where Higgins appeared, everyone is probably freaking out anyways about him. So.
Domino! They said he wouldn't make it, that he had fallen from too great a height. But this little guy beat the odds and captured our hearts. Now weighing in at almost 10 ounces. Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel has now grown his adopted father's pocket.
Peanuts.
This has been your daily news from your local radio reporter, Mickey Mouse.
Brown Papa has been squirreling away on his
Oh, with the same idea.
That's amazing, Donna. And something else has fallen to the ground here in Hatchetfield.
Oh, it's the same person doing it. Okay, got it.
This time from outer space, the Meteor King.
Alright then. The radio dies. Oh boy! I believe I'm flying too faint. Yup. We've been turned off. Okay, they've been using background music when there wasn't before, but for justified reasons, now they seem to have... I think it was a technical issue. Just gonna keep going.
Hey, did you... Oh.
That's even more confusing.
You again. Look, about the other day, I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah, there we go. He's back.
Charities in the past. Not yours, but...
Yeah, just a typical day.
Okay, I like the way she like walked forwards, just like, okay, we keep doing the same action. Come back. The show must go on. Show must go on. That's a good save.
But it's got me feeling in a beautiful way. No rhyme or reason. We could sing a duet. Dance a style or two, or I'll make you a bet. Just a smile will do. Sometimes I just want to shout on top of a roof and mountaintop. All the world's paved in gold. Yesterday is retroactive. Got myself a new perspective. I strut it up and down the road.
Nice.
So I throw my worries and my skin away, doing what I want to. I'm just la-di-da-da-day. La-di-da-da-day.
It's getting that harmony. They have.
Hey, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's good treat for homeless. Sorry, man, now I'm having it. Hey, man, that's cool. Cause I'm made out of a hole. The streets all day, the world is my house. The dogs are my food. Oh, look at the clouds. I'm in a trash tattoo. I'm
Okay, so for that, one thing that's always surprised me about the song is the fact that the octaves drop in the middle there. I know I did that at the beginning. That's because I'm trying to be quiet. This basement space would just echo everything so much if I did high notes. But for the original song, like, because like it is that like it's clearly not like an issue of like reaching the vocals, because A, Joe Richter has hit higher notes before, and B, in that very song it's the same notes, like the I used to want to kill them all, like that's could be the same as high on beds on zombie drugs, like, so I've always wondered why, because it happens in both times. It's like, I don't know if they tested it both ways or something, not really sure. There it is again. Yeah, see, that was high. Yeah, we'll just stand over there. You don't get in the way.
Okay, what's going on? I'm really confused, concerned about all this.
Look at the pause.
Do you want to save the planet? Do you want to save the planet? There's just one way you can do it. Singing a song.
Opposite way to save the planet, actually, in this case. I see you. I see that. Yeah, I don't think it was an issue of being able to hit the notes in the original or in this version. It was simply a choice that was made when we were writing the song or performing it, and I don't know why. Yeah, clearly they have no issue with notes. Or exceeding them. See? You gotta have your own thing.
And we'll never see her again, but I'll tell you, you know what's crazy? She knew she was gonna have a
never
backup.
See her again. She's doing the rest of this.
Is she?
Well, I mean, yes.
I genuinely don't remember that.
Well, I mean, okay, again, original actors, they showed up throughout the musical, but even then, Greenpeace Girl comes in actually towards actually Act 2, so we'll see her next week. Deflung. That's perfect.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably someone did that in rehearsal as a joke, and then was like, yes, keep it. That feels like the process of events. And yes, that is the Greenpeace Girl line from later on, which comes back. And yes, they did all do that really well.
Now, I get that Alice is a senior, she's got her own life, but I only get my daughter for one weekend a month. Yeah. She was to spend that entire time with her girlfriend, Deb. So I say...
You know what he looks like?
We'll all...
He looks like...
Bill? Ted?
No, he looks like the neighbor from Hello Neighbor.
So Bill then, okay. Yeah, that tracks.
And would you believe it? We get there, and the entire theater has been destroyed by a goddamn meteor! Mamma mia! Huge hole right through the marquee and everything. Absolutely ridiculous. Can you believe that, Charlotte?
That implies that the actors were rehearsing in that. I really hope they weren't.
Charlotte? Huh? You think you got enough coffee in the sugar?
What? Sorry, I'll make another pie.
You're flinging it all over the place.
Did you say coffee in the sugar?
Yeah, get it?
Oh,
yeah.
Where's the coffee?
Yeah.
Did you just pour the sugar in the pot? Oh no.
Bill, you're a riot.
Okay. Hi guys. Hey, Paul. Is today some kind of international holiday I don't know about? Like Canadian Music Day?
Not that I know of. No.
Canadian.
I just saw a whole group of people.
Yeah, classic American perspective. Your neighboring country is the first international thing you think of.
Singing and dancing like they were in a musical. There was this very rude Greenpeace woman and a homeless man.
Wait, like a flash mob?
No, I mean, what else could it?
Well, did you get a recording of it?
No.
No, Barry Swift's the influencer, not me.
You're fucking useless, Paul.
I just have a bad feeling about all this. Charlotte? Have you noticed anything strange?
No. No, it's all silly.
What?
Bill is Heimdall.
It's Sam,
Bill is the true angel. He honestly kind of is.
my husband. He got home late last night.
He didn't get home at all. I wouldn't know, I wasn't there. Fuck.
He must have rolled
Retreats.
in around at 6 a.m. He was in the shower when I woke up, and I could hear him. He was singing. And I know, it sounds strange to even notice that, because Sam's never been a bad singer. He's just always been a little flat. But not this morning. This morning he sounded like an angel. And I don't know why.
No, Bill's the angel. We just established this, Charlotte.
Frightened me. It didn't sound like my Sam. I must sound ridiculous. I'm probably just imagining things.
Charlotte, do you remember what Sam was singing?
My husband, yeah.
Oh, a silly song. La dee
Da
da
da day.
Paul! Mr. Davidson wants to see you in his office.
Ooh, get out. Okay, didn't we? Okay, I'm gonna say right now. Weren't you all just talking about female Hitchens in the chat? I don't want to hear this. You can play Ted if you want. Unfortunately, they have no other songs to use at this point, so they have to keep using the same one as background music.
I think I know why you called me in here. I did not turn in my weekly reports yesterday, not because they're not done though. They are done.
Yeah, you might want to check for a pulse on Mr. Davidson before you keep talking.
Just a problem with the printer network.
I think wasn't it like had his like chair back, so he knew he was at least conscious at the time, but I don't know.
See, try to print something over here, get sent over there.
He just walks in and finds his boss dead.
If an alt lesbian plays a male sleazeball, it's theater. You wouldn't be an alt lesbian in character, so like that's irrelevant.
Yeah, but also it's theater, which means people would simply feel the vibe. They would the gaydar would go off a mile away.
I mean, I'll say again, it's theater. Everyone's gaydar is constantly going off. The gaydars would get confused trying to pick up a concrete signal.
You're right. A little bit ago, I was about to actually say, I was going to be like, well, even if you want to play, you don't even have to do like the gender swap. You can just do like male Ted. And I think given that it's a room full of theater kids, they're just going to assume you're trans and go about their day.
Well, I mean, the theater kids would know you're playing a character, but the audience might assume you're trans. I don't know. Or they might have seen, basically half of all Shakespeare adaptations for the past 50 years.
How many audience members in a play do you think are actually not theater kids?
It depends. A lot of them are relatives of theater kids.
Okay, that's fair.
I bet mine is.
In terms of college plays, yeah, it's mostly relatives. In terms of out in the wider atmosphere, relatives and older folk usually.
I'm sitting in somebody else's printer tray right now. If you give me to the end of the day, I can find it. Not do it because I wouldn't just not do my statistical analysis. No, that would really gum things up here in the office, and that's the last thing I want.
What do you want, Paul?
Tell what you desire to see. Your deepest
Remember this song now, don't you?
What I see for this company. I'm looking for someone with strong ambition. Someone to sell their specific vision. Someone to share with precise precision their thoughts. Cause I want you to watch. To watch.
I will say this, from the one camera perspective that they have here, some of the visuals that like work blocking wise when it comes to Starkid come across very differently here. I thought Paul was being strangled and slowly lowered down.
So what do you want, Paul? What's that one concrete goal that motivates all your actions?
I don't think I have one of those.
Well, then how's anyone supposed to...
I played the baker in the woods. Oh. Oh, by the way, I actually have also been into the woods, and the baker in that one was not a man either. So it was like, that's not a man. Wow, wow, somebody is playing a character in a performance? I've never been to the theater before. That's what that sentence says to me. That sentence to me says, I've never been to the theater.
You, Paul.
Oh, want money? Normal things?
I want you to want Paul. A man so vague just
I want a raise. Can you give me a raise? That'd be nice.
I'll give you a raise, Paul. I'll give a raise for your salary. All you must do is sing for me.
I'll tell you what, if I was promised a raise on my salary just to do a little sing-song once a day, shoot.
Absolutely. Honestly, I'd be fine with a tip for a song scheme, personally.
You would sing just to sing, though. You wouldn't even need a tip.
That would just be a bonus, which is what tips were originally designed to be anyway, so yeah.
Or maybe someone keeps you lost in.
What do you mean? Tips
again,
meant to be your entire
We're doing the
pay?
thing again of like way too many like curves.
I know guys say they want their women curvy, but I mean, are you sure you want that many curves? I'm pretty sure there's like 12 curves there.
A woman that's tall with a sense of humor. So many curves, some of them are tumors.
Hey, don't make fun of him. He's still in the PS2 era. Don't count the polygons too hard.
I will reiterate again for the audience in case you just tuned in now that the original version is available in 1080p in the description. We only have 720.
I hire you Paul to keep our stock high. But if you get in that point, that's in the sky. Then I want you to want. What you want? You know what I want for myself.
Oh, please do tell.
I've waited for so long to tell somebody else.
We can tell your wife.
That is somebody else.
But Carol, my love, I want you to get a BBL.
BBL?
Oh, okay. New thing.
Oh, I feel like... No, I don't like... Wait, I don't like that anymore. I don't like that as much. What do you mean, BBL? What? No, you're supposed to say you want your wife to choke you out. What do you mean?
I am surprised for a college performance that was a step too far.
What? And also the thing is, okay, a guy saying he wants his wife to have a BBL isn't breaking any ground. At least the guy saying he wants his wife to choke him is like a quote-unquote emasculating thing that some guys would be embarrassed to do. A man saying he wants a girl for BBL isn't embarrassing. It's just...
I mean, it's if it is what I think it is, then it's an embarrassing conversation to have, especially because it's affecting another person. It can be taken the wrong way.
I don't know, especially because like conversations between guys about stuff like that, they'll be like, "Yeah, I want a woman with, I don't know."
Yes, but a conversation between a guy and his wife, that would be the concern here.
I guess,
because clearly this Mr. Davidson does not have an issue either way with Paul knowing his deepest desire. It's Carol knowing the deepest desire that's the issue both times.
Well, in the case of especially the original musical, he before he was apotheosized. I don't know if that's a word, but before he got his apotheosis, he wouldn't have said that. He would. The thing with musicals is you tend to sing out your emotions and desires. So I think.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing this willingly.
So in case of saying, I don't know, I feel like replacing it with a BBL is like, lame.
I just looked up what that stood for. Okay, I see now.
It's really it just. I don't.
Well, that's it. That's in our collective search history now. I used the joint account.
I just don't like the replacement with the BBL. Come on, choke me out at night. Come on, that's what you want your wife to do. You want your wife to choke you out. I don't know if you.
It feels like I'm listening to a villain try to do a monologue and try to really explain to the misunderstanding hero where he's coming from, and he just cannot comprehend how the hero is confused.
I guess going back to the multiple curves. Okay.
I mean, I guess he wants more curves. I mean, I don't know. I don't think.
Well, I mean, it depends. Now I know what it is. They've got to take the fat from somewhere. Maybe you've got to try and get rid of some of them, and then. Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't make her all wavy. You could make her super wavy then.
Well, maybe she already is, and this is the solution behind it. But yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's less of a kink exploration and more so, again, something that's gonna affect somebody for much longer. That's not himself. So that's the thing. The real, ick source. Let's say.
I don't know. I mean, like, it makes it less interesting because in the original, it's something he wants done to him. In this case,
that's what I'm saying. Passive versus. That's what I just said.
Like, if he said he wanted a BBL, I'd be like, okay, fine, I can see that. But it's like, I want someone else to do something for me, not to do something to me.
The being... Okay, Jar of Sapphics. I'm not sure that being Zesty hitting on Paul here is, it would be a plus for me. This shows enough infidelity as it is. It don't need more examples.
We love infidelity arcs in this world.
It's not even an arc; it just happens.
Mm-hmm. There's no resolution for it. You know what? That's also something that that old Starkey probably would have done, because that's, if you remember what Snape wanted to do to Lily, that feels like something he would have said while he was drunk.
Like this.
Ah, yes. Thank you for going into the follow spot to show us that.
I'm glad I can't see it. I'm really glad.
I mean, clearly, it's a funny image for the audience. I'm glad the audience got it.
Probably because, like my amazing worm sketch I made yesterday, that the stream won't get to see, but you guys saw my amazing.
It's not as good as Jacob's.
Mine was a beautiful worm I drew. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't Jacob's.
I did art.
Did you?
If you want to know what they're talking about, check out Mists of Occulta episode 8.
The worm
just look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail is my worm version. Probably made it into the episode.
This is how I love it.
Paul, I want you to hear this. If you leave, you're fired.
What?
Oh, I guess that's the Zesty hitting on Paul part. I guess
no, that part was in the original.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.
The line was in the original. I don't remember him kissing him.
Oh.
Or delivering the line like that. If anything,
Okay,
I think it was already
maybe
at
there
the
is
phone when he said
infidelity
that.
art going on. I guess I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Maybe he wants Paul to get the BBL. Okay, Paul the BBL would be fine.
He wants Paul to look more like his wife.
Yeah, exactly. We're breaking Jacob.
Okay. Okay.
Carol! Everything's fine, I promise. I wanted to tell you something.
I guess you know what I say before the actors have either like the fake crying or the fake laughter down. We know where this one lies.
Goodbye.
Again, there's no pause here. It seems like they're just allergic to pausing. What is this, early fallen angels?
Oh, now you know! It's too long. I want to go home.
Also, changing it to now I want to go home, but she doesn't really work because BBL's losing plastic surgery. Was she getting plastic surgery?
No, but he already wanted to go home.
Oh,
like that was in the original. There was no change there.
No, I know, but I'm saying the change earlier in the song makes the whole now him wanting to go home makes no sense.
It's definitely. I mean, okay, it definitely would be less
we're talking
awkward.
about plastic surgery he wants his wife to get, but she's not currently getting it. So what's the point of going home? She's not going to have plastic surgery.
That's still. I think it's still awkward for Paul in both cases, and bear in mind as well, he's uncomfortable around people singing in general, so he would already want to go home regardless.
Or improv classes, volunteer at shelters, or twitch to masses. There's gotta be something to keep my hands on you.
Not Twitch.
No, I need you to walk. Nothing better.
Oh God! No, I can't. Oh God, the spotlight. I hate the spotlight.
Okay, slightly lower high note, but still high note. There you go. That's your answer.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Ah.
As usual, we had no idea I had limited time. I can take over what matters to. Yeah. Yeah, I did mention this before, but yeah, like that seems to be like the thing where like the first song in a lot of musicals is the I Want song if you don't count opening overtures or such matters. And so yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like the second that Paul actually expresses what he wants out loud, or the scene after.
God damn it! Aiden took Flora with him.
Oh man.
Damn you, Aiden!
Should we kill him? Should we kill him?
Good, Paul. You're hallucinating. You're dreaming? You need to wake up.
You're talking to yourself in a room with other people.
You need a cup of coffee. That's all you need. Just a black cup of coffee.
Yeah, again, this is where before he walks into Beanies originally, I guess because Beanies is such a large set, they don't have enough room to pull that off. They could have just put him in the corner. I feel that would have been fine.
Hello, can I please get a cup of coffee?
Black coffee, I'm your coffee gal.
No, I won't. Please stop singing.
Oh, that was my favorite delivery in the whole musical. No!
Yeah, I was saying earlier during the very first musical sequence, I say that actually, no, the La-di-da-di-day or whatever. I said then, I was like, I really hope they don't mess up the no later.
And they messed up the no.
Hey, hey, don't.
Ella, no.
I think I forgot, you are the guy who doesn't like musicals. Paul, right?
Emma, you're talking.
Because every other guy that you've seen has established that they do like musicals for you to make that emphasis.
To me, like a normal person?
Yeah. And if my boss catches me, I'll get canned. Not only are we supposed to sing when people tip, but when they enter, when they order, all the time apparently.
Emma, I think there's something terribly wrong with the world today.
Yeah, fucking tell me about it. I spent the entire morning learning this dumbass new tip song. I am exhausted.
Emma, I think there's something sinister infecting Hatchetfield.
Yeah, that's what
No, it's not what you're saying. Come down, come down.
That was a bit of a robotic delivery.
This is gonna sound crazy and not very scary, but it is scary if you think about the implications.
But it is scary if you think about the implications. Promise me you'll think about the implications. You get the idea with
So promise me you'll think about the implications.
Okay.
Say I promise. Okay.
I promise.
Now, Emma, I think the world is becoming a musical. Don't say anything.
Oh, now you want silence, hypocrite.
Okay. Is it, you let it sink in? That's not good. Now, are you frightened?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, okay, so here's how the "Are you frightened" thing, it's a build-up. It's not just him going like, now, and then like immediately going to like, are you frightened? Like you can see like him like leading up to it, like even during the pauses, like the anxiety is building, and it's been building before the scene as well. In acting, we call that, like maintain the energy, basically. All the time is like quantified by numbers, but that's, optional.
Oh, I'm starting to get a little frightened. Yeah. Emma, tip. Oh my God, Paul, sorry.
Oh, of course, because it was in close-up before. We never saw a person tip. That's a nice detail. Thank you. I think that's still Peter.
I gotta go do this dumbass tip song. I'm sorry.
Okay. Weirdly enough, this was actually too slow, because originally this is, like Emma has to get up and like immediately join and rush over to them, even though not even rush over. The way to solve this, I would have said, is that have Emma have Paul pull Emma aside somewhere, and so she has to like go and like she joins the second before the dance starts, so Paul isn't there awkwardly waiting for her to do her thing when he's actively trying to like get her to think about the implications and believe him that the world is doomed.
Get your cup of roasted coffee, your morning cup of jelly, or make a jam and cup of jug, mocha latte.
Maybe I can see what you mean.
Frappuccino with a freshly roasted mung beans. It's a common drizzle in a cup with a drip, 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 drip. And we'll bring it right up. Hey, Mr. Business, how do you do?
Okay.
Can we get a triple for you?
I can see the different energies as well. That makes sense. Yeah.
And we'll bring it right up. Oi, oi, oi!
And that is like slightly out of sync. Also, that's the idea they've just rehearsed it, even though it's a hive mind, like Emma. I will say, if I was in this cafe for too long without being apotheosist, I would get bored of the same song over and over again. Like a loop plays, at some point you've got to shuffle it. Oh, okay. Hive mind freestyle, I guess, sure. It is, as I said before and didn't know was going to call back to, a Russian production of Guided Light Musicals. Would be worth it, The Dancing Alone.
What was that? A whole nother A section? When did you have time to learn? You know what? When I got this job, I signed up to sell
Oh, hey, look, Barry Swift is actually filming. He's being the influencer here.
cold, shitty pastries. If I wanted to be in a musical, I'd be in a damn musical. That's right, Zoe. I was in Brigadoon in high school and I fucking killed it. Now I'm just trying to make my way through community college college, and I can do that just as easily down the streets at Starbucks. I quit.
Assuming they're hiring, of course.
You can't quit, Emma. Yeah, I sure as hell can.
The song is so simple. We'll teach it to you. Everyone here will be singing it soon.
What did you do to their coffee?
They all had their coffee.
This is where the piano kicked in, like an eerie tune.
Emma, their apotheosis will be upon them at any moment.
Oh.
Oh, I guess they didn't want to do that line in sync. Okay.
Fucking gross.
Get your cup of poison coffee, you toxic cup of jelly. We'll make it taste a cup of jam, of the latte with the goo for your jack. Hey, what's your business? How do? We got a doll for you. Hey, Mr. Business, can you bring it right up?
How do you roll at Manny at this point where the camera's like right in his face? For an unnamed character.
I don't know what it is. I feel like the best performers in this entire play are all the people wearing a green smock.
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye
My
out.
hand now.
What do you mean?
Please let go of my hand.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Where are you going again?
Tuck my knees.
Of course, this is the part where they're cutting through and they're, going through all the shrubs and such. Okay.
That shrub is talking.
That's a nice addition.
Now must be the sun.
Yeah, it's really bright.
Right. Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking we cut
Oh.
down.
Yeah? Oh, this is a nice
Just cut
smell.
down through the... Yeah, of course.
Smell.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. Hey,
Yeah.
might be a bad time. You like film?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
it's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Almost there, I think.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Oh,
What the
I
fuck
thought
was
that-
that?
Told you it was scarier than it sounds.
The implications. I didn't think about the implications.
It's okay.
No! It's not okay, Paul!
Phil, you scared the shit out of us.
I was supposed to jump out of a trash can and not scare the shit out of you!
A warning or something?
I mean, I guess they didn't... Wait, no, those look like containers. He's better to keep them in the trash can. Come on.
Charlotte!
I'm sorry, I tried to warn you.
Yeah, who are these people?
They're my friends from work.
Your friends, yeah. What are they doing in the trash?
We had to find a place to hide. Mr. Davidson kept calling people into his office, and they all came out singing.
And it was the same at the butcher's and the baker's and the post office.
It's all downtown. We were just at Beanie's. You didn't invite me!
Shut the fuck up, Paul. If you want to stay in our hiding spot, you better be fucking
Fantastic.
quiet. Okay? There's something going on around here, and we don't know what it is or who we can trust. So, Paul, get in the trash can. You beat it.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, no. Emma stays with us.
I don't know her.
You do. What? The barista from Beanie's. You do know her.
The huh?
The barista. You called her the latte hopper.
I'm sorry, what? Paul?
Yeah, it's fine.
This
Oh,
no.
he doesn't do the imitation.
The latte hotte.
It's all the most iconic parts of it. Come on.
The latte hopper is what you said. That's what you said earlier.
There must be like trash.
Latte hottie. That's what you called her earlier.
Paul,
You drunk?
I see. He wasn't. Oh, that's why they didn't have Bill and Charlotte in because Ted was in the one that was not flipped over. Okay. Understood.
Paul, listen here, buddy. Okay, that's not the latte hottie, all right? That's the crabby one who won't sing when I tip her. Get back to the one, you fucking noodle. God damn it.
Everybody, I called Sam. He should be able to help us.
I love the cop.
Oh, hey, Sam! What a coincidence!
Wait, where's Sam? I can't see
You're
him.
here. Everyone's gone
There you go.
crazy. They've all gone crazy.
Yeah, which, by the way, Charlotte should have known this in both versions. If she suspected that something was wrong with him already, surely this would have followed. But anyway.
Get back! You're facing the law! hit the gap, cause we're cops. Yeah, we're cops, you better stay on up.
I do agree with this,
You
though.
better empty out all of your pockets, but don't empty out all of your pockets, cause we're cops. Yeah, we're cops, and we make sounds.
Oh, new harmony for that part.
Show me your hands, show me those jazz hands. Get them up, or you'll end up in cuffs. Show me your hands, show me those jazz hands, or I might be inclined to shoot you.
You're going 40 in a 35. Check your mirror, see the hell has arrived.
Cause we're cops. Yeah, we're cops. We're all in your shit.
Fabulous for Captain Retreat.
Got that fire on the edge of it. Cause we're cops.
I do love the fact that the cops are so distracted that they could have left any points.
Show me your hands. Show me those jazz hands.
This is normally where the harmony comes in.
Show me your hands. Show me those jazz hands. We're Step away from the vehicle. Step away from the vehicle.
They know
Get
what
back
to
in the
do.
vehicle. Get back in the vehicle. Slowly get out the vehicle. Do the things I say.
No, Sam, please don't suck it. Please. I'm your wife. Just talk to me.
Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah, he pulls off the glasses after he's... Okay. Oh, there's the Bill Urging we know. I guess they just don't have any, like, background sound effects. There's your high note.
I appreciate that one of them still did the hand thing.
Just gestured down there and killed it. Well, I mean, I guess if it's terms of their marriage life, that kind of tracks.
Oh, Sam. Oh, his head is open.
I had to do something.
His brain fell out.
Oh, put it back then.
I don't know how. I'm not a doctor.
Charlotte,
You just
Charlotte,
sort of
look
pulled
up
it
your
out.
son's green.
Oh, wait, no, you
That's
did.
brain is fucking green.
Well, how did you know you're not a doctor either?
Oh!
He needs a doctor.
I don't trust Charlotte's steady hand with a gun.
Hey, Charlotte. Charlotte, right?
I'm Charlotte.
Look, you can't go downtown. Downtown is fucked, and that's where the hospital is.
But he needs a doctor.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
We don't think of turning away from Ted.
Okay, I got it. I have this kooky, reclusive biology professor, Professor Hitchens. I'm his favorite student because I used to get him his groceries.
Well, that's actually a really fucking good number.
He's got a doctorate. That's like a doctor. He can help your husband, probably. He's got a lab, security. He's like a, what do you call a guy who lives in a fortress?
Yeah, so if you have a doctorate, you are a doctor. It's just that, like,
Yeah.
the wrong type.
Yeah, it was clumsy phrasing for sure. I see what they were trying to do.
A king.
No. He's a doomsday survivalist. He spent the last 20 years preparing for the apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Oh, not 30 years this time.
Is that what this is? Well, then maybe we should go to a church.
No, Charlotte. We can't split up, all right? We're all different denominations, okay? I'm a Presbyterian, and there's no way in hell I'm dying in your dirty-ass Methodist church. I vote that we go to the fortress and we beg for the king's house. Who's with me? I got whatever the fuck her name is. I got Bill, Paul, Charlotte.
Honestly, if like the premise of Goddamn Musicals was actually set in the past rather than, like, modern day Hatchetfield. Begging for the king for solace in this sense, that would be that would be interesting.
I think the best thing for everyone, including Sam, would be to find a professor.
I think Charlotte's one of my favorites, Southern Belle accent aside.
Oh, Sam. Let's take the squad card.
They'll help me. Yeah.
Oh no, fuck that.
Make it a move body. Oh, there they are. There you go. Oh, that, by the way, that background music they haven't used before, but they will later. Oh, it's hard to tell. I was going to ask you if you remember where it was from, but it's hard to hear now.
It's always hard to hear, Jacob.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's wonderful. Got it. Inevitable. Which I guess does kind of track because, that's essentially, that what Higgins eventually concludes, that it was inevitable, or maybe not inevitable, but because he had an active way of stopping it, but he won't be inevitable.
News with Dan and Donna. What began as a series of isolated incidents
Oh, okay. Donna's no longer Mickey Mouse, I see.
and escalated into what some are calling a musical riot.
Good God. Alexa, it's happening faster than I theorized.
Despite several reports of violence, the Hatchetfield police have assured Channel 9 that there is no cause for alarm.
Because they're a part of it, Donna.
Nevertheless, our skittish neighbors in Clydesdale have raised the Nantucket Bridge. The ferry down for the season, and no accessible means off the island. Hatchetfield citizens
Yeah, see, they established it's an island. What's this East Coast malarkey?
are advised to stay indoors.
Like fish in a barrel. Of course, the outside world doesn't know.
Oh, I guess he's already started singing.
Help. It's up to us now, Alexa. Who is it?
That is... okay. Oh, wait. Oh, they do have sound effects now. Pick a lane.
Professor Higgins?
Don't lie to me, whoever you are. I'm Professor Higgins.
No, Professor.
They had to pay
Point
for
gun
each
up.
individual sound effect, so they have to pick and choose.
What? Then just have someone knock at the door and save the budget for one of the other sound effects. Okay. Also, pointing the gun at a closed door is not as intimidating as you think it is, Professor Higgins.
It's me, Emma Perkins. The whole town's going crazy. I didn't know where else to go.
Emma. Emma, yes, you come to the right place. I'll let you in. Alexa, open the gates.
Emma, yes, you have the right place. Mamma mia. Being a podcast is more becoming Italian. Okay. Okay, now I see where all the sound effect budget went to. Clearly they had a bit of change to spare. Not for the homeless either.
Thanks, Professor. These are my friends. There's Paul right there, and them. Look.
The sound effects need to lower the security as well.
I know this is gonna sound crazy, but everybody is.
Singing and dancing like they're in a musical. They want you to join them, and once they got you, you're a part of it.
Yeah, actually, how'd you know?
I theorized this exact scenario 30 years ago.
I also heard it on the radio.
Really?
Like exactly?
Exactly.
That the world would become a musical.
You better believe it.
I do.
That must be what's wrong with Sam.
Good God, don't tell me you're from here.
Ironically enough, that should have been faster. There didn't need to be a pause there.
I told you I should have left him in the alleyway.
You're a monster, Ted!
Nuh-uh, he's a monster.
All right, everybody, calm down. Quickly. Come to the chair.
Turn the volume
There's no
up.
telling what would happen if you were really loose.
Okay, I missed it. Something happened while I was cranking up the volume button. I'm rewinding.
So yeah, he was throwing things behind him. I don't really know what that thing is, but...
Calm down.
Damn, Ted was catching it.
There's no telling what would happen if you were really loose.
Okay. She's seen that brain enough, Professor Hitchens. You don't need to put it in her face.
Emma, tell me, what on earth does this look like to you?
Also, yeah, you know what? That makes sense about the chat being super late. That's fair. I just saw this comment.
My thoughts exactly. What the fuck is this green shit?
Whenever you guys get to this point in about... whenever chat, you guys get to this point about 30 minutes from now, try to click the live button so you're sure that you're up to like the current point, because it might have at some point like buffered and you didn't notice, and so it's been set back.
I also have really bad internet connection here, so that's also a possibility.
Nothing.
Oh, and yeah, also they're saying green here because what they have, like their piece there is green, so they've changed it. I don't know if that's because they have like a whole like green theme to what they're doing here, rather than they used blue lighting before, but like they've got red and green for their set and all that stuff. So maybe it just tracked a bit more. Also, I guess because aliens. If this group does Black Friday later, I guess they're gonna make Wiggly blue.
Wait a second. Doc, don't tell me you're talking about aliens.
And why is that so hard to believe? Think about let me take the crazy pills. Once we're told the pages of bread.
Wow, now Pigeon sounds like Oil from last episode of Occulta, the fast-talking salesperson you were supposed to not understand.
Why? Look no further than my robot assistant Alexa. Alexa. Be a good girl and dim the lights.
Okay, they're definitely making his thirst for Alexa a lot more forward.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Fantastic! 10 years ago, I was ready to walk all the way to the dimmer. Now, as unbelievable as that, this scenario may be, this is no longer what?
If the slime would change color. I think they do mention the slime. They mentioned green a while. Well, I say a while ago. A while ago for me, maybe not so much for you. And also, oh yeah, speaking of Occulta, actually, yeah, Gus is working on the wiki right now, which I tried to search up earlier and couldn't find. Maybe it's more accessible now.
What is happening? But how do we fight this?
Hey, Professor, this is a lot to
I mean, you've been here for 30 years, Hitchens. Have you not thought of any way to fight this thing?
take in. Do you have anything to take the edge off? Drink?
I spent the last 30 years stockpiling the bare necessities of mankind in some world-ending cataclysmic event. You bet your ass we got booze. Come on.
Come on, Charlie. Go in the room with the others, okay? Can make you a drink. We can talk, relax, fuck.
Oh, I saw the thrust there.
Ted, I can't believe that's what you're thinking about at a time like this. The world could be ending.
Hey, and if it is, I'm gonna go out doing what I love. Screwing around with another man's wife.
You're such a horny bastard.
Oh, this is some new music. All right then.
And that's why you know I can't resist you.
I almost wish this were like the beginning of like a new song.
My husband's brains fell out today. If I can't be a wife to him now, what kind of a woman am I?
I don't know, Charlotte, I'm not your fucking therapist, all right? Why don't you go back to fucking him? I know that's why you went back to therapy.
That is not the only reason I went back to therapy.
I have a lot of issues, Ted. A lot of issues.
I wanted to make things work with Sam. I know I shouldn't, but I love him.
That guy's a worthless scumbag, Charlotte. You could upgrade to a sleazeball.
Who may possibly be an alt lesbian in the near future.
Well, you refuse to be happy, so you know what? I'm done. I'm done with all of this. You stay here with your dying husband and your dying marriage. I'm gonna go hit on that crabby barista.
Oh, God. God. God, if you can hear me now, I know that Sam and I have had our differences, and I know I've been so angry with him lately, but I didn't want him to die. Oh, God, please just let him wake up. Let him wake up.
Oh, the good Lord sent me back. You get down there, Slippy when wet. You get down there, because there is a poor child that needs your help. That'll make sense in, like, I don't know, a week's time, maybe 2.
Charlotte, where am I? Why am I tied to a chair?
Sam, this is for your safety. You're not well, Sam.
Charlotte, baby, I'm hurting real bad. I need a doctor.
I'll get the professor.
No, they left me here to die. Only you can help me, Charlotte. Untie me, and we'll leave here together.
It's not studying on his pause now.
I'm tied up, Charlotte. Tied up with you. You understand me. Now hand me those keys.
No.
The keys to my youth. Ow! Gosh, we were young once.
How long ago, we don't know.
And fun once. And free. Let go this grip on me. You tied up my heart. You tied me down. And now break me open. Love and mercy.
One of the only comments I saw in this video is that he captured the death of the atmosphere. Someone probably referenced it to me.
Just let me go, and I love you.
Sam, I love you too, but I can't let you go.
Charlotte, baby, apple of my eye.
Trust me.
I effed up, Charlotte. Effed up with you. All the booze.
Okay, so that's a meism right there. I effed up, Charlotte. I get it, but I will also acknowledge the change.
Harlots and all the Charlottes, but they didn't go wow. They couldn't break me. You're the one who caged me in chains. Please take away my pain, Charlotte. Oh, let me hold you again, Charlotte, just to free my arms, and I'll give you a goodness of Charlotte. Oh, will you ever forgive me? I'll cry on my hands and knees if you untie me good.
Oh, was it? Oh, maybe I just misremembered that. Fair enough. I didn't mean to pause it there, by the way.
Free of my heart.
Wait, no, this isn't right. I've got to go get the others.
Oh, fuck, I'm fading fast. I think you better come quick. I really don't want to die alone in here. Time to say our goodbyes at the end of the road.
No, just hold on, Sam. You'll be all right.
This body's not gonna last. The air is cold and thick. I'm losing my last remaining hope for us. My hands are tied in knots. I can't go home.
I wanna die in your arms and lay you down alone.
Oh, Sam! Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done?
I can make another Transformers reference here.
You brought me back from the dead shop.
Yep.
My line was
Yep,
in
too much.
red. I saw God, and he told me, girl, to bring up my heart.
I think there was some people singing a different line at the same time. Like, I look back, I'm singing a different line.
Your heart, baby.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. See? All prop work. Not sticking out this time. I guess it's slower transition, so they've got, yeah. Because that way they can use the timer.
How the hell am I supposed to make a Shirley Temple without any cherries?
How am I supposed to make a Shirley Temple? Come on!
Jesus Christ, Bill, it's the end of the world and you're gonna get your drink on with the Shirley fucking Temple?
Well, if it's as serious as all that, then I figure we might need a designated driver.
I mean, did anyone bring a car here? Is the question, actually. Maybe Hitchens has one, but if this was the whole, last haven, I guess he wouldn't need one.
Yeah. So like when the cops, when they pull us over, you can pass their breathalyzer test before they infect you with all their nasty green shit!
If you make one more crack at me, I am gonna do something to you.
Oh yeah, Bill? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna kick your head.
The hesitation was supposed to be on the hesitation being on head. I think probably works. I think works better because he's trying to think of like something to say, but not like be crass.
You're gonna kick my head? Yeah. Not my ass? Yeah.
I guess this does mean, by the way, the chat is synced up again.
All right, Bill. Let's see. Kick my head. Come on, karate champ. I want to see you kick above your waist. Show me that roundhouse. Show me that sweeping crane kick your kung fu master taught you, bitch. Okay, all right. Bill's not gonna kick your head. Why not? The head is the most vulnerable part of the body. That's what Sensei Bill taught me.
I'm sure if he'd do it over, he'd say yes.
Yeah.
My language is perfect.
And if you want to kill a snake, what do? You cut off its head. Where does the fish rot from, everybody?
I think
The head. You take out the head, and the whole thing goes down. That's why fishermen always go for the head. Ow, Bill, it hurts, motherfucker.
Well, fishermen don't really go for anywhere, but everything else I follow.
It's supposed to make us relax, not kill each other.
Whatever.
I don't love that the bottles are empty, but...
Well, most of the liquids, if not all the liquids so far, have been empty. Like the coffee from earlier, that was just, air being poured into air. Theater of the mind.
No.
Okay, but we're literally on a theater, so... I shouldn't have to use my mind. We're on a stage.
I mean, this is another common practice that I can see the benefits behind. And I can also see the drawbacks. So yeah.
To get out of this place. Should have stayed in Guatemala. Sure, they had volcanoes and cootamundis, but
Cootamundee.
that's a raccoon thing. They get into shit. People hate them, but at least they don't sing and dance.
So it drove you back to Hatchetfield, Cootamundees? Up in your shit?
No, it was.
I wonder if animals would actually be affected by the apotheosis. Like, the whole hive mind bringing peace to everything. Surely it want to spread, or just only affect. I guess because it's, obviously the silly is controlling it, like Pokey specifically, maybe only affects things that can comprehend it. And that's why Peanut survived.
It was my sister Jane. She was the good one.
I mean, what about birds, though? Because they sing.
Yes, but what I mean is more so like, what would the apotheosis like infect? Is it If it's things that are capable of singing, then potentially. But if it's things that are capable of comprehending it, which is what I was saying before, then it was most likely just stay only in humans, because Pokey probably would have no interest in birds.
Well, I mean, I imagine they'd probably comprehend it as much as humans do. They don't really know the context, so...
I guess it depends on like how long they survive. Like the humans have context of of musicals, of hive minds, as a concept. So I feel like they've got a bit more of an advantage.
But like you have eclipses, for example. We know what that means. We don't really freak out, but like eclipses still happen for every other animal. And let me tell you, the other animals do not know why those happen. They freak the fuck out.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, would they even be like, would they be infected? Because like the infection, like yes, it is because the infection itself is sentient, right? So it can control where it goes in theory, or I guess Pokey can control where it goes in theory. If it's just a spore that infects everything indiscriminately, then sure. But what I'm saying is that would Pokey have any interest in something that could affect animals? Because there's nothing to gain from there. Essentially, there's no game involved. That's what I was saying. But yeah, there's got to be enough mind to hive mind. Well, some animals hive mind already, just through in nature itself. But yeah, in this context, I'd say enough mind to hive mind. Which
I just can't imagine a reason why it wouldn't affect. Like some animals, I guess, probably wouldn't be affected, but I imagine most would be.
Again, if we're talking about regular spores, then yes, but because this is a spore controlled by a godly entity with an agenda behind it, that's the difference for me, at least.
I mean, okay, but one could argue that's the case with real life hive minds, depending on their belief system. So,
and we'll leave that argument to those people.
She mapped out her entire life, and I swear she stuck to it, bullet point by bullet point. Job, husband, house, kids, and when one.
Wait, kids, plural? That's a change.
I also heard yes.
Have they got plans for Black Friday later? Does Tim have a sibling?
Sister is so on top of her game, it just demands the other to be a total.
There's two
right?
Tims.
What is? What Tim wants, Tim will get. The same applies to the other one.
Yin without yang?
That's what I'm saying. She was off doing life and I was doing something else. Backpacking, mostly. I mean, she'd always invite me back home for the big events, her wedding and her baby shower. I'd always say, sorry,
Wait, only one baby shower?
Catch the next one, but when I got the invite to her funeral, I realized, oh, there won't be a next one.
Hey, I'm sorry.
It's not like you crashed into her car or anything. It's just weird growing up in someone else's shadow your whole life, because when they're gone, the light shines on your life, and it does not look good. So
I think maybe kids was on Jane's list, but they didn't get that far. Maybe. Yeah, I guess honestly, for a lot of people making those lists, they think multiple kids and they have one kid. They're like, we'll stick with that for a while.
Oh, there I was, 30, no roots anywhere except Hatchetfield. So I thought, why not go back, make something of myself, do something my sister would be proud of. Go to community college, study botany. Paul?
Yeah, before we get to this next line, because it's going to change the vibe entirely, these two being normal for this scene, like a little bit more subdued, that still works for me. Like their acting here is stronger than it has been through the rest of it so far. Except in the few reactions from Paul particularly.
I'm going to become a pot farmer.
Okay, did your sister smoke a lot of pot?
No, she didn't. But weed's the future. It's going to be legal nationwide soon. I bet any amount of money on that. Not.
If this had been made like a couple years later, and she's like, oh, this is the thing that's the future, she very well could have been into NFTs. Very narrowly avoided that one, Emma.
That it matters anymore. The one thing I've avoided my whole life is dying in Hatchetfield, but here we are.
Well, could be worse. If you time in Clydesdale.
Fuck Clydesdale.
You know, I've lived my whole life in Hatchetfield, and I've never wanted to leave. Still don't. I like it here.
Hey, we're the same age. How come I never knew you in high school?
This is another thing, by the way. Does Emma know that she's the same age as Paul? I think I might have asked this question in the original one as well. But yeah, they never discussed Paul's age. Emma said she's 30, but Paul didn't say anything.
Like, on the actual stage, they never addressed this, I don't think. I assume they had this conversation mid-set change or something.
While they were going to drops. Yeah, fair.
You probably went to Hatchetfield High. I went to Sycamore.
Fucking Timberwolves. We hated you guys.
Yeah, we hated ourselves. So you said you were in your high school production of Brigadoon.
Yep. I was Bonnie Jean.
I actually saw you in Brigadoon.
Oh, question.
No shit.
Yes, shit. My school didn't have a theater program, and I guess to make us feel like crap, they bussed us over to yours, and I hated it. It was the first musical I ever saw. That was probably the start of my whole thing. You're the reason I don't like musicals.
Thanks, Paul. So that's like your origin story?
Yeah.
That got a bigger laugh than this time.
So I guess I'm the super villain, huh?
I don't think it'd be like that at all.
You know...
Yes! There it is! That's the pause! That's what you needed! There we go! Thank you!
Paul,
And of course, because they don't have the camera, they can't. Yeah. That actress just can't avoid herself doing those extra parts, can she? All right, it works. Well, there's the gun.
But now we're more than harmony. Just join us and die. Join us and die. Join us and die. All you gotta do is join us and die. Join us and die. Join us and die. All you gotta do is, here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna kick your ass, and then we're gonna fucking kick your ass. Until you're not with your food, and all your cells will renew and reinvent. It's a deadline process that you gotta see. Your own body is your front row seat to die. Join us and die. Join us and die. Join us.
Can we more fast to see what's happening in the backgrounds compared to
Join us.
Oh no, poor Bill. Yeah, there you go. To be fair, Ted's probably into that.
Professor, you just killed Charlotte.
Wrong.
You shot her.
I shot a charlatan. Charlotte, you was long gone a moment exact.
Hello?
We're back, I think.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Sorry about that. I think Hitchens shot the screen.
I was like, is that me or?
Oh no! Again, while I'm hearing Galicia, in this house of Galicia, most like most internet issues are mine.
Yeah.
They're wearing our skin to trick us, which means any one of you could be one of them.
Oh no! Come on, this isn't Cinderella's castle. We're not literally wearing our skin.
So, we're gonna have a little test. See who's human and who's musical doppelganger. I want you all to sing 16 bars right now. Professor, sing the beginning of Moana.
This is something I'm surprised they didn't change, by the way. Not because Moana's bad or anything, it's just because it's, it wasn't, it's not as, culturally relevant. Oh, I said there's a sequel did come out fairly recently, but, Oh, they went for it. Oh.
That was awful. Which means you guys are still human.
Oh, you missed out. That was one of the worst things I ever heard in my life.
Their tactic is to hide amongst us. As they grow, they become more bold, and as we've seen.
Oh, that I like. Catch them off guard. That's nice.
Alice? Alice! Oh, thank God. Oh, for once in my life, I'm glad that your mother left me and moved you to Clivesdale. What are you talking about? Alice, I watched you get on the bus this morning. Got off? You got off? To go see Deb? God damn it, Alice, if Deb jumped off a bridge, would you... I'm sorry.
She's hive-minded, maybe.
I know you're scared. What's wrong with Deb? She's doing what? Alice, listen to me. You need to stay away from her, okay? You get far away, okay? No, this has nothing to do with me not liking Deb. You need to hide. Where are you? Okay, I'm coming to get you, all right? Just stay right there. No, don't move. Stay right there. I'm coming to get you. Everything's gonna be fine, okay? I love you too. Get me some bread and some water. I knew we were gonna need a designated driver.
I don't ever remember seeing Bill actually take a drink. Maybe did off Strange.
It's Alice. She's still in Hatchetfield. Dang it! I'm taking the car. She's locked us up in the choir room.
Okay, they do have a car. No, because the patrol car. That's what they said before.
Please.
Okay.
You're gonna go save her? G.I. Bill. You are going to run and gun your way through a city of singing zombie motherfuckers.
No, he's going to drive and gun through a city of singing individuals. Yeah.
Wake up, Bill. She's already dead.
Don't you dare.
What? You're gonna get there, she's gonna be dead, then you're gonna die too. That's exactly what's gonna happen if any of us try to go back through downtown.
What the hell else am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
Don't go through downtown. Cut through Pinebrook.
What?
Pinebrook. Rich neighborhoods, fancy houses, huge yards.
Yes, avoid densely populated areas.
Cut through the park, and then take a left, and then you're in the teacher's parking lot.
You can go through the staff lounge window. They leave it open so they can smoke. That was my oldest speed route.
Okay.
I like how Paul knows this despite the fact that he didn't go to Hatchetfield High as well.
This is a lot of directions.
Don't bother, he's just gonna get lost.
You are such a fucking creep.
Oh, I'm a creep?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking creep?
Yeah.
Listen here.
I don't know if that got this sort of creep at this point.
Sweetheart, okay, the world has changed. There are no more creeps, and there are no more heroes, alright? There are only people who are alive, and people who are fucking dead, okay?
I think this is actually something that happened in Night of the Living Dead. Like it's been a thing since like the first zombie movies, where it's like the most obnoxious person was reasonable under survival conditions.
Well, Bill's daughter. Well, she's dead. I'm sorry. I'm just saying what we all know is true. Isn't that right, Paul?
I know Bill doesn't know the way, and Bill, if you go alone, you're not going to make it back. That's why I'm going with you to get your daughter back.
You would do that for me?
Hey, it's not like you're asking me to see Mama Mia.
If we
call Ash. We can be there in 20 minutes and back.
No, Emma. I have a theory on how we can kill these aliens, but I need an extra pair of hands in the lab.
I love that Hayden has been theorizing this for 30 years, and only now does he have a theory on how to kill them. Although maybe I guess he had to analyze the brain fluid first to get more of an idea, I suppose.
Paul, Bill.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, like, I was talking with my roommate yesterday about, like, the zombie apocalypse, and she was like, do you think you'd survive? And, that got me thinking, right? In the movies and stuff, we always have, like, get a headshot, or there's always, like, a weak point. Let's be honest here, there's only a weak point because the plot needs to happen. How, like... I feel
they're
like
only zombies because the plot needs to happen.
Sure, but if there were zombies, I feel like also that's not entirely unlikely. There are parasites that puppeteer dead bodies and small animals in the real world too, but that's neither here nor there. If this sort of event happened, right? What do you think the likelihood is that there's just not a weakness? The corpses they just keep getting up.
At some point, there won't be enough left of the corpses to get up. There's actually a film theory. One of the first ones I think that was about The Walking Dead, which shows you was one of the first ones. That is all about like how in each of the different seasons they seem to be going through like different stages of putrefaction, essentially, and that was one of the reasons why in season 6, I think it was, that all took place over the course of like 2 days, because at some point there is like a limit to how much the walkers or zombies outside of that context would be around for before they just decompose fully.
Fair point.
Yeah. It's war of attrition.
If those things get you, they're gonna make you sing and dance and all the shit that you hate, so don't let them.
Emma, there comes a time in every man's life where he has to draw a line in the sand. And I will never be in a fucking musical.
There it is. And okay, that was supposed to be the that's the end of Act 1 as far as I think, right?
Don't know. I haven't seen the original in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's just strange because this this clip it seems like it went like I was gonna say act break. That makes most sense. Yeah, because this has gone on. We're like over the halfway point by a considerable margin. Either way, pretty sure that was meant to be where it ended. So I am going to do the same for now.
I imagine the pacing just shifts at some point between these due to like performance.
Yeah, but you would think with the amount of times that they haven't paused, they just I guess the scene transitions make up for it. Yeah, I guess we had the beginning part, which was like a new announcement. But other than that, we are like roughly where this part was in the original. So yeah, I guess act break. This is where we'll leave it for now, and we might resume it next week. Or who knows? Maybe that would be finally the time to do Trail to Oregon. I don't know. I do need to go relatively quickly because again, I've got an early day tomorrow, so I basically need the rest that I can get, and that's partly why I try to start this earlier than normal.
Hey, but if you're gonna sacrifice your rest to something, wouldn't you rather it be D&D?
Well, that's the reason that I'm so tired now is because I sacrificed my rest before to D&D, and now here we are for the main Starker stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If there's anything to sacrifice it to,
Honestly, probably because I've sacrificed my rest enough times for reactions. Yeah, D&D is it's happened fewer times.
D&D is a lot more participatory.
Well, I mean, based on how we do reactions, people complain about our excessive participation. So, I guess let's go ahead and wrap up. Like this review particularly, I think one of the commenters said this best, that the performances, it seems like, it's the main two that are kind of like weak points depending on the scene. I would say that Paul definitely has his moments, especially when reacting to others, and that is basically like the burden of the straight man, as they call it, where the person who seems normal by comparison, it's easy to overlook what they're doing.
Well, you guys have to have some kind of burden.
There you go. Monkey Jones made a similar joke a while ago, but yeah, that's that's fair enough. So, but yes, aside from that, yeah, clearly that this is, I think they struck the balance most of the around what I said before in terms of imitating the original performers versus adding their own. I think my favorite one particularly is Charlotte. Maybe potentially Sam, or the person who got all of the Jeff Blim characters. I guess it structurally it makes a lot of sense to give the same people the same groups of characters they had before, because they'd already worked out the timing for that. So that does track. I guess if this were a larger cast, maybe they would have split that apart. I guess it depends. I will say that overall, college productions can have massive ensembles, or they can be even further downscale than this. I tried to get a cast this big for my musical, and I only got they got 5 people at any given time. Rewrites were required. Lighting, of course, the weak spot was the follow spot, obviously. The rest of it seems like, they have gone for more of a green theme for this one than previously. I think it was blue, because that was eventually going to be Pokey's signature color in comparison to the other sillies. So again, if they did Black Friday, they'd have to, make a few changes. I said they make Wiggly blue, but to be honest, the Tickle Me Wigglies are probably what they would use. They just buy it off the site, so I don't know. But yeah, blocking wise, because of this single camera, some of the things they tried to do, again, the Mr. Davidson, I guess Mr. Davidson did end up having someone get choked. It just wasn't him. Yeah, I don't get some of the changes that they made this time. Like the Trail to Oregon one that I saw from a different production group, those changes, it did seem, because it was a high school production, the censorship was involved. These ones, I don't know, maybe they just generally thought that BBLs were more entertaining than someone being choked, and they just, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I can't relate, but
I don't know what to say about that one. They're probably like on equal ground in terms of comedy for me. But yeah. What else? Oh, Ted's movements particularly. Like a lot of them. Charlotte had the body language and the voice down, but then the face we can't tell because it's too far away. The Jeff Blim performer, he was absolutely a lot of it was voice, except for the cops. Actually, the cops, I will say, they absolutely stole the show. So also, this by the way is referring to the BBL thing from earlier. Yeah, that's one of the 2 major lines that were changed, and I forgot what the other one was. So I guess it wasn't as much of an issue.
The one that I think really sticks with me is the one where he doesn't go no.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like that. Their biggest issue is weird enough pacing, even though they got to the same point at the same time, roughly. But that does come with a lot of them. The case of keep it choppy. I'm not sure what the director might have told them regarding that, or if the director they interpreted it as, oh, we don't have the camera set up, so we can't do this properly. You very much can, I think, especially for the live audience. This is the camera clearly was meant to, a lot of cases is supplementary, unless you're actively
I was gonna say,
looking to
we
promote
keep on bringing up the
yourself
camera, but
on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, if you're looking to promote yourself on
the
YouTube,
camera originally,
then that's one thing. Even Starker themselves didn't look for that particularly. They just wanted a place to to save it and like send it to their friends, and it just took off that way. That's why the camera in a very Polly musical is, particularly atrocious, but still functional. I think they probably needed somebody at least operating it, because that's one thing that I say, is a theater custom, someone operating a camera. Except for in exams, actually. In exams, they keep it static, but whatever. So yeah, this was definitely a fun ride. Could have been better, but could have been a lot worse. And we'll see if that continues next time, because we've got some iconic pieces to get to yet. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But for now, what are your thoughts? Oh. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, I said it before, but if you look at our reviews on the Jacob Butter channel and the channel here, if we complain about something here, usually it's because it's only half decent. Whereas on the Jacob Butter channel, it's just garbage.
Honestly, it depends. There are a lot of things where we're complaining about certain things and we are like actively nitpicking because we want to be positive and negative. That happens a lot more with StarKid, so the balance is definitely skewed. But there are some really good things on the main channel. I'll say there are also some horrifying ones. I think the only thing that I genuinely have not like enjoyed, like pretty much at all from StarKid, was Hey Melissa, which is why I made the whole thing about it earlier. Other than that, everything else, there's always something, and it's always, comes back to nitpicking or comparing it to itself or to the other things made by that group. So, the bar is different, I suppose. But yeah, for what they did here, they managed to bring modern StarKid energy into old StarKid production value. Best of both worlds in some regards, and not so much in others. But now for real. What are your thoughts?
This is the guy who didn't like musicals if it came out years ago.
What? But what are your thoughts? That's my means of liking or disliking, and leaving your comments on things you might have missed, or what you thought particularly. Who is your favorite performer in this version? Probably someone's going to say the Mariah one. But we'll see soon enough in another Butter Bunch video. Toodle pip.
Can't be Mariah, it's not Christmas yet.